blue ban, which is Throw Ink, is it?
Okay, so let me just start the betting while we are waiting here. So we have here Throw Ink versus Lord of the Pings. Start the bettings, I believe. Yep.
So
all
we
good,
see
all
a
right.
Vikings ban being hovered there. It is strong on this map, so I can understand that. That does leave a lot of other good global heroes open. The fact that they're banning Vikings first and means that maybe they don't have a Vikings player, maybe they don't want to go into that direction, and so we'll be able to tell by the first pickup which direction maybe their draft's heading, what sort of comp they want to build. Let's see if it's very hard to guess when you have a Viking ban where they're going to go. Maybe a pickoff, maybe a variant pickoff.
Interesting.
Would be quite good on the red team side.
I think it was also Lord of the Pings that had the Lost Vikings banned against them when they played versus GGU, if memory serves me right. So obviously it's becoming some targeted ban here with Lord of the Ping playing a lot of Vikings. I could be wrong, so like I completely whiff up the analytics here, but it's quite interesting that teams are doing their homeworks on Lord of the Pings, and they just concluded that Towers of Doom, Vikings, Lord of the Rings just don't mix together for them. Interesting choices here. Okay.
The variant ban comes out, that stops them establishing a pickoff type composition where you CC chain with Varian's Taunt and level 4 stun on charge. So wouldn't be surprised to see a Dahaka. Zarya is also very strong on Towers of Doom. If you have a Zarya player, if you want to build a comp around her, she does tend to dictate what comps. ETC as well. Malfurion bring a lot to it. I think it'd be too early on to pick up somebody like a Hammer. Thalstad as well could be a good pickup.
Okay, hold on. We have here a pretty one-sided bet going on here with almost 2,000 points in favor of Lord of the Rings versus 0 for Throwing. I think I'm gonna bet on Throwing some. And mind you guys, they went one-on-one, one-to-one rather versus No Chick Ponies. So it's not like they got a free win against them or something like that. But rather, they actually managed to take a game off No Chick Ponies. So they have the potential for something here.
So is it A for Throwing to bet on them? Or
oh yes, it's A.
I'm gonna bet some on there. Come on, Throwing. I like the underdogs. Let's go for it.
Oh, it has paid so greatly for me today betting on the underdogs. I cashed out some serious monies today. Okay, so in all seriousness, we do have here the Tassadar and the Vala here as pick 1 and 2 for Lord of the Pings versus ETC as the first pick for Throw Ink. So already going for the Tassadar plus Hyper Carry, securing it through the fact that they went with a variant ban. Awesome start, not doing the same mistake as GGU did versus them, but instead securing their hyper carry from the get-go. Fantastic opening, but it does leave Throw Ink with the opportunity to grab something like Malfurion, which again, strongest support you have in the game at the moment, and something else as well. We'll see.
ETC is one of those quite flexible heroes that can fit into a lot of comps. Yeah, so it's not like they've locked in a particular route with Throwing, so it'd be nice to see how they fill out their composition. I wouldn't be surprised. Do they want to get some blind for Valor? If he's going to Tassadar again, they could. Malfurion, a solid pickup. Medivh.
Ooh. Alright, so we're already getting some sassy here, drafting going on the side of Throwing. Interesting. Wonder what they're gonna be coupling together with the Medivh here, because their setup so far doesn't actually show anything except for the Medivh himself. So we will see here. Lord of the Pings are gonna go here for the ban now. Interesting what they're gonna go with.
I'd quite like to see Throwing pick up some explosive damage dealers. So maybe a Throw, maybe like a Greymane, the dive. Kerrigan would have been also very good. And look to portal on to that Valor or Tass to like really pressure them. I'd like to see I don't know. Like, I would say a healer ban out, but which one? Rhaegar would be good. In fact, I'd like to see a Rhaegar ban. Maybe
I think the healer you're gonna go with here with Tassadar is probably gonna be something like a Brightwing, especially on Tower of the Doom, where you're looking for globals, and they kind of complement one another. Brightwing excels when you need a lot of passive healing, and then Tassadar for the burst healing. So they they work really well with one another. So I would expect. Ooh,
the
Haka.
I like that ban. Yeah, that's not bad. Thinking about their front line, like
I like the Haka ban a lot here.
Yeah, BTC threatens to be global. Medivh, although he's not strictly global, he can get himself into loads of positions safely, and Portal to navigate the map, so he has quite a good range in which he can respond to, particularly if he specs into those Portal talents, which my understanding is a lot of Medivh players do. Artanis.
Man, so many people now bet on A all of a sudden. 681 points.
Johanna.
Oh.
I like that front line. It's solid. It means Valor is going to be very safe to put out that damage. And how would I respond to that? I'd like to see like a Gul'dan or a KT.
Well, I think they are looking for maybe someone extremely aggressive. Gul'dan can fit. A KT can also fit, but I think you're looking also to couple Medivh with someone very, very aggressive. I mean, the Kerrigan band already went for a lot of the ping, so they had something in mind, something about the same lines as well in their minds, where they're afraid of something that's super hyper diver. So I mean, you know what, Greymane could work out for them.
Absolutely.
Although I'm not quite sure about him, but he can work. But I don't think there's too many options for divers at the moment.
No, it's just like they've got such a solid front line on Lord of the Rings. There you go, Sonya.
Okay.
Athas. I think that's good. Sonya has a lot of so they're almost saying we're going to put KT's really good at putting out like high damage, but you can put it out for quite a long time, especially if you've got people bunched together. So if they pick up a Brightwing, which they tend to be, you can get really good value from those living bombs.
Yeah, so I don't think they're gonna Brightwing now, or will they? They could Rhaegar, yeah. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense.
The reason I like Rhaegar is if you put your like TAS and Valor, you're saying I've got a hyper carry. I want them to be aggressive as possible, and so Rhaegar opens up the option to go Bloodlust, and with Artanis.
Yeah, for sure.
Archon, Tassadar. I mean, you should have the healing between. Ooh.
Wait, what? Dropped. Oh yeah, someone did drop from the side of. Well, we can see already the missing player here on the side of.
Lord of the Pings.
Lord of the Pings, yeah.
Wow, folks, suspense.
Whose
comp do you like better? Is this EU or NA? Is it EU, right?
Alright, so we are gonna wait here a little bit, guys, while we sort it out. Pretty much the draft is complete and done unless they're saying otherwise. So 3-3 happening here even before the game started. Dodging draft, yes. We'll take the 1-0 Kappa Kipo. Alright. Alright. So I'm not sure how long. I'll need to confirm with Rob if there was any delay before it, but I don't think so. So we're gonna, if there is anything delaying right now, we're gonna start the 10 minutes from now. So it's exactly 9:30. So by 9, at least my time is 9:30. So by 9:40 we'll have to start no matter what, because I have no idea what happened. But they do say that you should come back quite quickly here.
So which comp do you like the best?
Which comp do I like the best? I think the potential they have with Vala Artanis on the side of Lord of the Pings is something you can't, well, you can't underestimate. I guess it's what I'm trying to do. And so I think that has a lot more potential than what we've seen on the side of Throwing with Medivh and Sonya, which can work, but I don't know. I think that ultimately, when you go for doubles, when you go for the like, what are you gonna actually trying to do? It's so difficult to try and burst anyone down through the Tassadar shields and the Rhaegar. And again, he doesn't have to go with Bloodlust; he can go with Ancestral Healing, and then it's even more difficult to burst someone down. And so, what you're gonna do? You're gonna go with the sustain damage plan. And I mean, you're gonna lose the sustain war versus double healers. So
you absolutely are, especially with the changes to Tassadar. I mean, I would say that
if they can catch like someone out of position a little bit, maybe a greedy Artanis with a swap, they have a lot of
They're gonna have to like be really good on rotations and pick them off in transition, which Medivh lends itself to.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna have to go stage dive on ETC, I think, to get the most value out of his heroic. Mosh Pit is one of those ults that can just like turn a really dismal situation into a really good one for your team, and it would be one of the ways to like, because all they have to do is kill Valor, right, and their comp shuts down in a lot of ways. Like Artanis can do a lot of work, but Valor is their linchpin of this carry auto attacker build. So we're just gonna go through the drafting again.
Yeah. Or just pick them normal.
Lost Vikings.
Just do it fast, whatever. You can just pick.
And then Variant.
Yeah, by the time I'll make a regular draft lobby and everyone get joined and fix the teams. Like it's might as well just do the drafting here really quickly, in my opinion. Like we all know the band picks. Yeah.
I think a TAS and Valor is gonna be. I'll stop, folks.
Alright.
So, excellent. When are the bets closing? Have you still got time to bet on this?
No, the bets have closed, by the way. A total of 3.5k points were spent here. Yeah. So as you can see, guys, they're going through the draft really quickly here. And we're gonna start the game ASAP. So, yep.
Yeah, so really, the earnest is on Throw Ink to take out that Valor and shut down that damage. I mean, Sonya, ETC with Medivh has that sort of die potential with Kal'Thas, like with the follow-up damage. So they do have potential to punish Valor if she gets out of position. So interesting to see what goes on. Also, Malfurion Silence with a Medivh Portal means that he can like safely drop that, which could be huge.
Yep, could definitely be. I'd love to see some playmaking in that style. Having a portal into Twilight Dream, Krieg-asm, man, if I see that.
Yeah, if Throw Ink have rehearsed this and their Medivh and their synergy between each other and their dropping of their heroics is on point, I give them
production
a really
value.
Strong chance to like dominate. But if,
for sure.
If they can't do that, then I think Lord of the Pings has a very formidable comp that can. It's going to be really hard for them to deal with.
Right, let's do the caster's intro really quickly here.
Heroes.
Alright, so let's begin here. I'll do now the team on the left side. We have Throw Ink with Draconi, Malfurion, Aloname on ETC, Rihanna on Medivh, Schleppel on Sonya, and Lakehoit, if I pronounce him correctly, on KT.
And on the red side, Lord of the Pings, we have Elta on the Rhaegar, Ao on the TAS, we have Gabriel Artanising it up, we have SYDT on the Johanna, and Erdizur on Hada. Wow, I like how you give me the really hard ones to pronounce.
Oh, I got it last time, man. Now someone else needs to suffer. Erdizur, I think, would be the way to pronounce it, but anyway,
yeah, I'd say, definitely.
Alright. Oh, and a nice swap there on the Malfurion, but no follow-up whatsoever. ETC with the aggressive power slide there. But a lot of damage on Medivh, the blind. Almost. Wow, what a powerful skirmish.
Wasn't even there.
Yeah, I was just about to say. Mind you, all of this happened, it was a 4 versus 5. Sonya pretty much immediately rotated to the bottom lane, to the top lane there, but Lord of the Pings, surprisingly though, couldn't capitalize on a 5 versus 4 situation here. So already a promising start here for Throw Ink.
Absolutely. KT like umming and ahhing whether he needs to rotate, passively soaking those minions. I like that. So enabling him to roam quickly to put the pressure on the bot lane. Long as they rotate as a 4-man and have Sonya at top, the wave clear is okay, but I think overall, Lord of Pings has a better wave clear and some stronger solo lanes.
I think they're pretty equal on the wave clear, so I'm quite surprised why Lord of the Ping doesn't go for a 4-man rotation here.
I think
but it's fine.
Pressure on the bot,
Yeah.
getting some towers.
Oh, but
looking
we
to,
do have the
like,
rotation coming
roll
into them. Tassadar with a nice
rotate.
jukes there. Transformer Tassadar or Starscream Tassadar with nice jukes there. Doesn't get hit by the gravity lapse. Not that it probably would have mattered anyway. Tassadar is not your kill target in almost any case. So.
Although with the cooldown on the E, like making him burn it just before a phase can be really valuable because it means he can't be that aggressively positioned. Trading towers at top, Sonya is going to be able to rotate him faster if a portal's dropped by Medivh. Medivh just...
ETC power slide aggressively, but no follow up again. He gets a swap from Martinez, but again, nothing doesn't actually benefit from it. The swap, of course. Sonya with a lot of damage on her. She should be taken down there. The protected shield.
Nice.
Oh. Almost taken down, but so much damage done on the side here of throwing. Like, look at their hit points, they're so low. Sonya is very low, ETC is very low. Medivh trying to do some shenanigans here, but he will be able to escape. Yep.
I mean, look how much sustain there is on the side of Lord of the Pings.
Yeah.
They have like 2 healers, so your team's going to be healthy. Artanis has that shield to buffer his health. Johanna has her shield. It's like Valor. I mean, I guess Valor could spec into healing. It's not often seen because I think Gloom's the preferred talent to be taken at that tier, but yeah.
Also, Rhaegar went with a healing totem on level 4, by the way. That's even more sustain in their favor. And mind you, healing totem for Rhaegar is on reduced cooldown, unlike any other healing totems that are in the game. It's only on 30 seconds cooldown. So a lot of sustain on their side.
I also like that as sort of vision control as well in some situations to sort of counteract the potential for Medivh to like surprise them with portals. You have the Oracle from Tassadar, but I mean, using totems as a ward has been seen in HGC play, so...
Yes, of course. Quite a common play there. Yeah, you throw it in the bush there, it kind of opens up the vision there, but as you mentioned, they do have the Tassadar, so Oracle would be the choice in almost every situation where you want to scout, but of course if Oracle on cooldown, healing totem can do that for you. And because...
Really
yeah, sorry.
This is by getting caught out in rotation, getting picked off by a surprise portal or a trap, and so more ways you can expose them and protect yourselves. Like, because I mean, they seem to have the shrine battles, the skirmishes, on lockdown with their Valor can't dying, putting out the damage. You
yeah, for sure.
Fight into that.
And we do have a double altar spawning here, but throwing still don't have a level 7. They should get it momentarily, just before the altars actually spawn. So both teams are going to be equal here on talents. Sonya still at the top lane versus the Artanis. Artanis now rotating towards the middle. Mind you, he is low on mana, so it might be something that's going to come back and bite him in the rear. But he will actually tap before that.
Swift heroes.
And
So,
Rhaegar...
auto attack, which isn't surprising. Taking a death dealer talent as well at 7. I like that talent. Really strong.
Both teams actually are not being able to actually cap any of the altars, neither one at the bottom or at the middle. Instead gonna be going here to skirmish in the bottom lane here. A lot of damage done on the ETC together with the Medivh. Sonya does go in the middle there. Oh, and a nice flame strike there, but ETC will be taken down. Sonya too now, it seems like. Nope, she will be able to. No, super greedy there. Nope.
I mean, Throw Inc. have done really well to just destroy the health bars on the side of Lord of the Pings. Alpha's going to be able to stall this out mid Moonfires. Easy peasy. So, they're like being able to like hold on to these fights a lot better than I thought they would. Sonya
Oh,
buff
Malfurion, by the way,
probably
with the
a lot to do with that.
Moonfire. Cancelling the channeling there, but Artenis should be able to secure it, I feel like. ETC going very, very aggressively with the power slide and the face melt.
Nice interrupt with the ECC. Rhaegar is out of position there. Can he be punished? No.
Ooh, ETC again gonna be dropped down.
ETC, no.
Nope,
With
the shields from the
points,
Medivh will
nice.
save him. And again, Rhaegar is channeling it. It seems like he's gonna get it, and yes, he will.
Yeah.
Which means that finally one of the altars was taken, the one at the bottom lane there, and now teams are gonna be focusing their fire or their attention rather to the middle altar here. But again, the sustain is on the favor of Lord of the Pinks here.
Absolutely. We're seeing that, although Pro Inc did really well in the initial opening skirmish, the sustain is starting to show on the side of Lord of the Pings, and
Yeah. Sonya just whirlwinds in the middle of three people, getting all of her health back up, and Artenis getting caught in an awkward position. Just get the cleanse on him, and he will just barely survive if it seems like it. And yes, he will. Janna also pretty low on hit points and mana, but instead Sonya will be taken out eventually. And throwing gotta back off as Katie's low on mana and hit points, Medivh low on hit points, and Malfurion also no mana. And again, the second altar here goes in favor of Lord of the Pings. And you know what, this is reminding me of the game versus GGU, where Lord of the Pings they were never significantly ahead, but they just managed to control every altar phase and just, you know, slowly but surely chunk the core one altar at a time and eventually won the game.
I've really been impressed with the KT damage output so far. He's been doing really good to like land those Neverwinds and get some good Q value.
KT
So,
just
pretty
one more flame strike to get his quest done, the level 1. So pretty good job considering he managed to pretty much almost complete the quest before the 10 minutes mark here. So really on point.
Yeah, absolutely. How's the Master Touch doing?
We
It's
are gonna
about
be checking
halfway.
it. Yep, 14 out of 30. So almost, you know, getting there slowly but surely.
I mean, it's always a scary prospect, especially when you're coming against like a comp that can play really aggressive, such as Lord of the Pings can. So like have heroes that need to complete a quest, and if they die, they lose that progress. So maybe this is why we haven't seen.
Oh, ATC getting caught there by the force wall and will be taken down there by Lord of the Pings. Fantastic catch there on the rotation.
That's interesting. We're seeing a force wall, not a
Archon.
Oracle.
Yeah.
Yeah, Archon. I'll get those confused, Twitch chat. Just watch. Catch me out. What is this? What is this caster doing? Right. Temporal phase. Aggressive positioning by Lord of Pings. I like it.
I don't think they're gonna. Oh, they're just gonna try to stall this. But I don't think they're gonna be trying too hard to contest it. It feels like it. Now Arten is already backing off, in position to take their altar. Vala, Johanna, and the rest of the team are there to deny it. Medivh, by the way, on the side of throwing, is gonna be the one denying the Artenis from capping his altar. But it
his
seems like he is
positioning's a bit
forgetting it.
defensive.
Yep,
Like,
he's
I mean-
completely forgetting it. And this means
Oh,
an
look at
altar.
that.
Oh, and the
Play.
damage on the Rhaegar!
Rhaegar.
Rhaegar will be taken out there. But Medivh
Up by a
reaped stacks.
down.
Katie, by the way, is being chased
Oh.
down there, but not gonna be taken down there. But did, however, get a lot of damage
Sonya
done.
was
Sonya
Sonya?
is gonna be taken
Sonya?
down. Yep. Wow.
ETC trying to pick up them, but he's not going to be able to. That force wall.
Stage dive
Out, though.
into safety.
Did he take
Okay.
Cloud Surfer? Don't think he did.
No, he did not. He went for loudspeakers, but doesn't matter. They did decide to forfeit the altar after all. Sonya was taken down. Medivh was taken down, which is probably the more important hero. Lost all of his stack. I think he was at like 18 or 19 stacks when he died, and now he's back to 0.
So, folks,
Ouch.
it's important for Inc to sort of realise that although it may seem like 16 to 36 is an intimidating number, it doesn't really
Throwing.
matter
What
too
are you
much.
doing?
You can still come back and like win from like even 1. So you've just got to keep your head in the game and play for the next thing. Get that 13. You need to wrestle control back from Lord of the Pings. So taking camps, a bit risky though with the positioning of where they are. I'd like to see Sonya rotate up.
Oh, and a
Maybe
nice power slide by
try to
ATC, but no follow-up to his power slide there. The gravity lapse was too late and missed. And Medivh taking a lot of damage on him. I think he will be able to survive. No blast shield on him.
Ooh.
And yes, he will be able to survive, but instead KT was taken down, and I think he already completed his quest. There's no way he didn't, because he last time I checked was with 1 stack left only. So at least that, but KT down together with the bottom fort, and Lord of the Ping just securing their lead, and ETC will be taken down as well here. 3-0, and a fort, or a bell tower rather, and immediately gonna be taking the Sapper camp here, and probably gonna be rotating to the middle bell tower. I don't think they care about securing the Sapper patrol here too much. And yeah, there we go.
So that force wall is doing a lot of value. It's just like,
for
because
sure.
the ETC hasn't taken out Crowd Server, they were to isolate him consistently, and then CC chain him to non-existence. I mean, like, if it go, I mean, I'm not sure it's going to make it to 20, but I feel like this is one of the games where ETC will value from like Death Mosh, be like a sacrificial cow.
Yeah, but the thing is, so a lot of damage on the Sonya. Shanna should be taken down there, and she will be going down there, which means that again, Alter in favor of the Pings will go uncontested. And
I'd like to see Artanis rotate up and try and put pressure on top while these defend it, just to be really greedy and try and get 6 keep and close this game out. But
I think they're in such a bad spot right now that they needed to, before that, to try and soak 13 and then make something happen. But as it stands, they lost the Sonya. Another Alter gonna go to Lord of the Pings, and Lord of the Pings will secure the level 16 momentarily here. And the level gap here, the XP gap between the two teams is so significant at the moment that I just don't see how they can win this game throwing without fighting pre-16.
I feel like the Medivh's damage is so slow to come online, and especially with his death from the Master's Touch, that I'd almost have liked to see, instead of the Medivh, a second support, maybe a DPS Monk, because Sonya is getting, and ETC are getting ripped to shred, and I feel like they'd be better served by having a stronger front line. They've reclaimed their towers, they've got 6 health.
What a rough spot here. What a rough spot.
I mean, unlike other maps, it's not like they've lost a keep, so...
Oh, and the God Swap on the Sonya. Sonya does get the Force of Will on her.
Portal out.
And she gets the portal out. And ETC just slide in, and he just meant to get out there. But KT, a lot of damage on him. Sonya did get a decent amount of damage on her. Will be forced out there. But they did spend 2 heroics in this engagement versus 1 from throwing. So this might be an opportunity here for throwing to get an engagement going on. There's no beam, there's no blast shield. This might be what they're looking for here. The force wall here trying to isolate Sonya, but she will win to the side there. I feel like they have to make something happen right now. This is their window of opportunity. There's 2 less heroics there. Phoenix was used there, completely whiffed, and yeah.
He's free Otis spawning. This is gonna be
ouch.
To lose. So they need to not die here, and I'm not sure taking a...
Oh, the Twilight Dream, I don't think it hit anyone. And the 0-yard stage dive there, also not doing almost anything. Arten is just going ham on the back line.
Artanis is going ham.
Yeah, he completely destroyed Malfurion and KT pretty much alone.
Going hard on Medivh, zoning him out.
ETC will be taken down here as well. Sonya isolated as Malfurion and ETC was taken down there, and this should be game. And game number 1 gonna go here in favor of Lord of the Pings, and this was a pretty one-sided.
I mean, I think Artanis and Johanna did a really good job of zoning out their backline from the front line, which enabled them to get shredded and isolated. I mean, KT was on point with his damage, but Medivh's pretty vulnerable. So once Mouth is as well, so if Artanis gets onto you, it's really hard to shape them. And same with Johanna, so really nice play by Lord of the Pings.